So we're gonna spatchcock this chicken and get it dry brining, and I'm just gonna do a shorts video on that. And then we'll do another video of this cook. So we'll talk about the cook in the next video. But I just wanna show you spatchcocking a chicken and then getting it ready and dry brining it. So what I've got here is a whole chicken. I've already pulled the innards out. I've got it breast side down, and we're gonna cut the backbone out of it, which is the start of spatchcocking, which most of you probably know. It is my favorite way to cook a chicken or a turkey for that matter. I think it cooks a lot better, cooks evenly, takes a little less time to cook. So let's get her started. So I've got a pair of kitchen shears here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love these. It'll work on this, but it can be a little bit of a pain, but we'll get through it. I'll tell you what works great is a nice pair of pruning shears for like your garden. So a pair of those that you just use in the kitchen is probably the way to go. But we're gonna get through it with these. So what we're gonna do, the backbone goes right down the center here, and we're just gonna cut it on either side and cut it out of the chicken. So just gonna get it started here. And you can hear it go through. And it usually, these shears cut through the bone and do okay, but what they struggle with is the skin and whatnot. So and I did bring another knife out with me in case I needed it. We're just gonna go all the way down towards the tail of the chicken. There we go. It's coming pretty nicely now. And I've already put the innards for this chicken in the freezer. I've been saving up chicken parts, wing tips and things like that to do a chicken stock sometime. But I'm getting to the point where I'm getting enough of stuff to do that chicken stock. So we'll probably do that sometime soon. But this backbone will then join those parts in the freezer, and we'll add that to our chicken stock as well. Watch your fingers in here. You don't want to get them in the shears. And there we go. So that's the backbone out of the chicken. You're pretty much done with the shears now. So you can clean out any of those pieces, parts that are left. There we go. And then the first thing I like to do, we're gonna remove this keel bone here. And that can be a little tricky. It's not that bad, but you gotta work at it a little bit. But the first thing I like to do is turn it back over and just push down on that breastplate, and you'll kind of hear it crack. There we go. And now I'm gonna use a knife, and I'm gonna take these gloves off, or one glove off, because I don't want my hands to slip here. This knife is sharp. We're gonna cut along the side of that keel bone. And you can kind of feel where it is up there. You can kind of get a hold of it then. There. Got a little bit of meat on it. Should have cut that off a little better, but it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna start the dry brining process. I'm gonna take this other glove off here so I can have something I can dip into our salt. I'm using Maldon salt, flake salt, which I really like. And we just wanna do a nice even coat. It doesn't have to be super heavy, and you don't want it to be super heavy. But just try to get everywhere there. And we're gonna grab this chicken rack. Oh, and I used the wrong hand for that chicken. Okay, and with the magic of video editing, we are back with clean hands, and we're just going to take our salt and sprinkle it on the top of the chicken. And again, we don't have to go super heavy here, but we do want to try to get our salt everywhere. So we'll pull that wing back. There we go. And now this is going to go in the refrigerator overnight. It'll end up being in there probably 20 hours. That's going to help the skin dry out. It is going to allow our salt to soak into the bird and start the seasoning process. And when we take it out, we'll add a little more seasoning and we will smoke this on the Lone Star Grill. That will be a separate video. But this is the dry brining process. You'll want to do it overnight. I've done it for less time, but there's a noticeable difference if you don't do it for enough time. So I would recommend at least 6 to 8 hours, but more the better. Overnight, this one will be about 20 hours. So thanks for joining at BuQeye Barbecue, and tune in to the next video where we cook this yard bird up.